And in this issue, there is, above all, one would say, a rather balanced and comprehensive introduction to the topic by Mr. Rydell, who is a new member of the Academy, but certainly not a new member on these issues. Stig Rydell is a former strategy teacher, not only in Sweden, but also in other countries, including in NATO. So he has a very broad experience of how these issues are seen from the perspective of different capitals in the Nordic area. And he as well stresses the importance of sort of harmonizing these perspectives of Norfolk and Brunssum, and try not to create confusion. But also he points to the fact that it all has to do with the posture of the United States, how engaged the United States will be in the Nordic area, what priority Russia will have in the overall American security policy. And from that background, on that basis, one can then proceed to debate more concrete terms, what the structures and the definition of different areas, arenas, if you like, should be in the new setup after Swedish and Finnish accession. All this points to me, not being an expert on this, you have spent much more time on the Nordic issues than I have, together with Christer Andrén in our previous, but I think we can say that the picture is becoming clearer now than it was when we were working with the earlier projects in the Academy, which were particularly on the Air Force level, rather abstract, if I may say so. We didn't have the picture as concrete as we have now when we see it. The debate has moved forward quite a bit. Doesn't mean that we have the answers now, but we have questions about what assumptions Sweden and Finland should make when they enter into NATO, when it comes to the way our national forces will be integrated into NATO. It is clear that in a case of a wartime situation, each country inside the alliance will have to take the first blow, so to say. That each country will have to be organized to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity, but very soon the issue of coordination and reinforcement and all these things come very quickly to the fore. And this includes, of course, lessons learned from Ukraine, including the issue about long distance precision assets. That what kind of presence do you need actually at the border between Finland and Russia in the war, or in the Baltic Sea? At what distance can you operate and still be effective on Russian territory, which obviously has to do both with Murmansk area and the reinforcements to the logistics going in the direction of Murmansk, and the logistics going in the direction of Kaliningrad. On these issues, there are important lessons learned, I'm told, when it comes to Ukraine, where the Ukraine army and navy and indeed to a certain extent airborne assets have been extremely effective, focusing on interdicting logistics of the Russian forces, going after depots and so on, and in this way indirectly undermining Russian capabilities to pursue the aggression against Ukraine. So these are some of the thoughts that I have when I have skimmed through these. There is quite a number of articles in this issue. They are not all in English, but they have English summaries and can, of course, be accessed if you use Google Translate. And I think it's a valuable peer-reviewed contribution to a debate which is going to become more prominent as we move forward to NATO membership.